Thanks for joining me today. Look, today's message is really simple. It really is. To all my leaders out there, I just need to stress one message because of all the information and everything that's going on out there. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do your research, follow the facts, and do the right thing. Look, we as leaders have to do and be many things, okay? But the one thing that our followers or team or organization is counting on us to do is the right thing. That's our job. One of many, I should say. I mean, as opposed to casting the vision, getting buy-in from people, trying to persuade people to follow you, to work with you to get from A to B or to accomplish whatever task it is. They need to know that you are going to be a person of integrity and do the right thing. Case in point, I have two good examples, as a matter of fact. One, many moons ago when I was an engineer, I was working on a federal contract. And we had this team meeting, and my manager was expressing, or director was expressing to the team how busy she has become as of late and everything that was going on, all of these projects that we were working on and applications we were bringing into the data center for this organization. And she was just saying, look, on Fridays, that's one of my heavy days, so just go ahead and sign your time sheets. Just sign my name to it so you can go ahead and fax it in and get paid. And it just went out into the room and nobody challenged it. It was like, okay. And I'm like, that does not sit well. That's forgery. Cannot do that. Cannot do that. Now, to a lot of people, it's like, oh, that's no big deal. It is a big deal. It is a big deal. That's forgery. At any time, she can come back and say, I didn't sign that. I don't know why y'all paid him. That's not my signature. I'm not saying she's vindictive or petty like that, but I'm just saying those things can happen. So I spoke up and I was like, I'm sorry, Director so-and-so, I won't be able to do that. That's forgery. And so she looked at me with a startled face and was like, I gave you, permission. And of course she said it. There were witnesses. But my thing was, no, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Hopefully you can find 20 minutes out of your day on Fridays to, review and sign the time cards so we can fax them in or mail them or whatever it was. And so we went back and forth, and so she squashed it. She went on and finished the meeting, and then she and I had a conversation after the fact, and I still stood firm. I'm like, I cannot do that. I'm not going to sign your name onto my time card to get paid. That's not going to happen. And so that's one of the times where, and of course I got on her naughty list, if you will, and a lot of the guys said, why don't you just go with the flow? Because I'm like, no, that's not right. You guys know that. That's not right. That's forgery. At any time she can say that's not my handwriting. That's not my signature. And then I'm like, what? She told me to do it. Come on. When you know better, you do better. Another quick example was I was same time frame. I was an engineer, and two of these applications were in my ownership, so to speak. I was responsible for, installing them, configuring, bringing them up, working with the application team, so on and so forth. So application A and application B. Application A had 5 servers. Application B had 7, right? So I'm getting them configured, bringing them up and everything, working on them, at the same time, whatever. Months go down the line. App A wants a test environment. They need 2 servers. App B has the extra 2 that they're not using. They're just sitting idle. So my director comes to me and says, well, hey, Chad, look, App A needs 2 servers. Just grab them from App B. Let A use them for 30 days, and then we can swap back. I said, I cannot do that. Because of the environment that we were in, and it was a federal contract, you cannot take, quote unquote, money from App A and use it for from App B and use it for App A. It's misallocation or misappropriation of funds. We could get audited at any time, and if we were to get audited within that time frame, whose name do you think would be, or who do you think would be sacrificed for that? It would be me. I knew this. I did my due diligence. I did the research, and audits happen all the time. If there was a surprise audit within that 30-day period, who authorized this? Well, who did this? And like I said, I did. My boss told me to do it, and then both of us would be thrown out because number one, we knew better. It wasn't like we didn't know; we knew. The only way that could happen is if we were to have obtained written permission from application B to allow application A to use it for a specific time frame and then bring it back. She didn't want to go through the hassle or the hoops to do that. She just said, "Go ahead and switch them." No, I'm not going to switch them. If we can't get the written permission, I'm not going to do that. My head's on the chopping block, not yours. Had we got the written permission, everything would have been honky-dory. That was not the case. So I say that to say to all of you leaders out there, you will have to, at one point in time, if you haven't already, you're going to have to stick to your guns, do your due diligence, and do the right thing. So much BS is going on in the world today where people are just going with the flow, going with what they're told and allow. Well, I was just told, so I went with it. I would expect that from an elementary kid or a toddler, not from a grown professional. You know what I mean? And it's happening so frequently out here that it's almost like they're trying to normalize. Well, I was just told that I saw it somewhere and I was just told it, so I went with it. No. So again, the message today, leaders, do the right thing. You will all be in a situation where you will have to stand alone, and sometimes it may require some sacrifice somewhere. But you have to be willing, because at the end of the day, it's your name and integrity on the line. And people are watching you. People are watching you. How are you going to react? Sometimes you have to stand up and say, no, I will not. This is not right because of blah, 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 blah. That's where your research comes in. And you're going to have people say, we don't care about the research. We just want it. No. I'm not doing that. And you have to stand up on your morals and speak out and be the leader that you are supposed to be. A person of integrity and morality. There's a lot of that not being expressed or shown in these days and times. So I'm really pleading with you all to really, it's hard. It really is. But I really want you, if that time should ever come, do your due diligence. And if you have to stand alone, then it is what it is. But do the right thing. Okay? Guys, that's my time for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch these videos. And as always, guys, if you need help with leadership development coaching, team building, diversity training, I'm here for you. The email is below. Shoot me an email. Let me know you're interested. You want some training or some one-on-one coaching, whatever. We'll put together a tailor-made plan to help you be the leader that you need to be. I am always here for you guys. All right? I'm just an email away. Okay? All right, guys, take care. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?
Whether you're a new leader who needs the building blocks of leadership and how to be effective, or a seasoned leader who needs to understand that there are two sides to leadership, or a leader who just needs some inspiring insight or leadership seeds in order to enhance your leadership abilities, the CDV Consulting Group has the resources you need. There are two key elements successful leaders have that the unsuccessful ones don't: self-discipline and the understanding to constantly invest in themselves. So pick up a copy or the entire collection today and start investing in your leadership now. Available at Amazon.com. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?